right. Hey, you guys. Welcome to the Dream Life Live experience. Every single Monday night, I come at you live with a hot seat coaching, with a mini training, a Q&A session. My goal here is to help you become the best coach and help you build a thriving business. And one of the ways that you become the best coach is by supporting your own growth journey as well. And so as a part of the Dream Life Coaching and Business Certification, we do a few different things. But before I keep going, I want to know that you can hear me, that you can see me, that all the technology is working well. So if you can put, say hi and put where you live in the comments below. Oh, Lisa's watching. Thank you, Lisa, for being here. I get to meet Lisa in person in a few weeks. Tanya's here. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here live. I so appreciate when you guys come live and support and honor the guest that is coming on, because oftentimes those who are joining me on these Dream Life Lives are sharing a bit of their story and are being vulnerable because we're doing hot seat coaching. And so I really appreciate you being here to support them on this journey. So, okay. All right. So I want to share a couple pieces of the certification program. First off is clients get to go through 90-day U-turn itself. And the reason for this is because I want you to utilize the exercises that you get during the program yourself for your own growth, right? I don't want you to just read from a textbook and then use it with clients. I want you to have your own shifts and inspiration, because then when you do the same exercise or a similar exercise with clients, you are going to know that this is the best thing ever, right? How many of you use what worked for you with your current clients? Or maybe because you had so much growth, you're like, everyone needs to know this. And that's really what happens. Put a me in the comments if you've ever experienced this. You've had your own shifts, and so you're like, everybody needs this. Or you you want to give people an experience that you had. So 90-day U-turn allows you to have your own shifts and your own growth and your own experience, where I teach you the dream life pathway, and you get you out of fight or flight mode and into rest and digest so you can hear your heart. It's powerful. And then what we do is we teach you how to teach it to others. So you get kind of the background, clinical skills, motivational interviewing, all the things. So that way you can feel confident as a coach working with clients. Now, a couple of things that we added to this is you're now able to license out 90-day U-turn, which means you don't have to even create a program yourself if you don't want to. Like, you can if you want, but you don't have to, because you can just market 90-day U-turn if that's what you choose to do. And then we also support you on the business side of things as well. So I want to introduce to you a new Dream Life coach who started with 90-day U-turn, came on a Dream Life adventure, and then was like, I want to be able to do this with clients too. And so she now has the dream. She's a brick and mortar jewelry store owner. She has the dream of renovating her jewelry store, popping the top, as they say, and putting in a she shed up top where she's going to host her own retreats, her own workshops, and create a space for growth and healing in her own area. So I am going to introduce to you, I think. Hold on, where'd my mouse go? This is so weird. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm going to introduce to you Becca Zurcher. Woohoo! The crowd goes wild. Hey, Chrissy, thanks for being on. Hey, Sarah, thanks, Tina. Thanks for being on and supporting Becca today. Welcome, Becca. Thank you so much for being in the hot seat today.
Thank you. Nice to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Well, I have known you for a few years now. And I have a lot to say, but I'm going to let you say it. So I'd love to start by just hearing a bit about why you decided to do 90-day U-turn, like back in the day.
Okay. So back in the day, I had gone through a major kind of transition in my life. My father had passed away, which changed the whole dynamic of my job. I was working for him. But then with the whole estate situation, yada, yada, I was becoming the owner. And so there was a lot of just stuff with that. And then of course I was grieving and just a lot. I was kind of in a very sad part of my life. But I knew that it was just kind of a valley that I was going through. And I also knew I wanted to be the best mom I could be, the best version of me. And I knew I was on the cusp of being a business owner and an employer. And I wanted to be the best in those roles that I could possibly be. And so I had seen you promoting your 90-day U-turn, and I thought about it, and I thought about it some more because I'm a thinker, and I'm like, you know what, girl, you don't have anything to lose. I mean, it's going to be better than where I'm at, you know? And so that's just kind of how I came to the realization that I needed a little something, something.
I call 90-day U-turn a loving kick in the right direction.
Yes. Yes.
Because there's 12 plus hours of teaching about brain science and quantum physics and, you know, the psychology of why we do the things we do, but then also how to shift and create new habits. So what shifts did you experience yourself over those first 90 days?
Well, I, first of all, I didn't know what I didn't know. So I definitely learned a lot about why I think the way I think, kind of how I'm made up and how that makes me react to different things. I loved all of the hypnosis, the self-love. I've always kind of struggled with the low self-esteem, and gosh, it just really helped me start loving myself again.
Yeah.
So,
did other people in your world notice a shift?
oh gosh, yes. I had talked to you about this. So, because the 90-day U-turn, I started before the store. I bought the store, and then we reopened, and so it was going on still while I was now the boss. And my employees, who are my friends, a couple of they were like, "Hey, girl, hey, Becca, you like seem very calm and like chill." And I'm like, thanks, I'm doing a little self-discovery, you know. And even my kids, they're all teenagers, a couple of them are out of the house, but they did recognize that I was more calm. I'm kind of an animated person. And so if I'm flustered or frustrated, I might be a little bit more flamboyant with my reactions. And so I definitely learned how to just be calm and just kind of be a little bit more relaxed in my conversations, I guess.
Yeah, well, part of it, right, is the morning routine and the journaling and the hypnosis at night and getting better sleep and doing that morning routine so you kind of get out of fight or flight mode in the morning and set yourself up for success. But then also we learn skills.
Exactly.
You know, we learn skills. We learn how to take our thoughts captive. We learn how to recognize what we call stinking thinking, right?
Mhm.
So when you realize that you're kind of spiraling, you can catch it. And then we also learn in the psychology world, right? We would call them coping skills. In the
Mhm.
business world, we call them healthy habits, where if you do these things, it helps your nervous system. So the coping skills help your nervous system to get out of fight or flight mode and live more and rest and digest. And so there's a few skills that you learn that you continue to do. What are some of your favorite skills?
Well, one of the skills that I think we're going to talk about tonight, I deal with a little bit of anxiety. Part of it, I think all the time, and I think, what if, and there's always so much going on, and I get flustered, and then I start having anxiety, and then I worry about things, and I start feeling gross. So there are these tapping techniques that just kind of helps to soothe your body. It helps soothe your mind, helps you calm down and just kind of focus on what's real and what's not, because sometimes what's not is what causes the craziness, you know? And so I don't know, that's one of my favorite ones that I kind of do off and on. that I
Yeah.
remember mostly.
We are
from
going
it.
to take everybody through a tapping exercise tonight, which will be really special. So you guys be sure to like relax and you'll be able to do it alongside us. Tapping is just one of the modalities that we teach within the program. And what I appreciate about not just 90 Day U-Turn, but learning how to become a coach is that you don't need to become an expert in all of these areas. You just need to know about them so you can guide people to the modality that would work best for them. So why did you decide to then be like, okay, not only did you come to 90 Day U-Turn, but you came to a retreat, and then you brought your daughter to one, which was super special. And then you were like, all right, I want to be able to do this too. So tell me a bit about that transition.
Well, so originally I really thought, oh, that's cool being a coach, but I don't have time for it. It's not for me, yada, yada. And then I was at the Destin retreat and I kind of got some more information about it. I heard you guys talking about it and I kind of thought about it and I thought, I already kind of do this stuff already, with my customers, with my employees. If you're a mom, it's kind of a natural thing, and I thought, I would love to be able to help people the same way that you have helped me. There's a lot of crazy like just craziness and you feel burnt out. And especially kind of if you're in that middle-aged kind of time frame in your life, where you're pivoting from one role to another and you don't really kind of remember or know where you fit, it can kind of feel chaotic. And so I kind of just felt a call, like a burden, like I would just love to help people the way that you've helped me. So
I love that. I call it like the holy discontent, like it's
yes,
not going to go away until we take full action on it.
exactly.
And so you started in on the clinical skills and are practicing and learning the business side of things too, but also truly wanting to create workshops for teachers in your area or pastors in your area or people that are just local to you that you're like, let me create a space to pour into you and for them to fill their cup back up again.
Exactly. Yeah. I want to help everybody or the people who are wanting something more. I want to help them become the best version of themselves.
Yeah.
Because when you're that, you're unstoppable.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I appreciate that we can use these skills in a lot of different ways, right? You probably use them with your clients already. Like you're already using reflective listening and motivational interviewing, and you're already using some of the skills that we learn, but you can level it up by formally creating a package and creating that space. So, all right, Alicia is listening live. So she is my event planner that helps with these retreats. So I'd love for you to share with everybody your favorite part of either Destin or Costa Rica. Like, what did you leave? How did you leave different after those in-person experiences?
Well, I did a lot of cleansing on for my soul. I forgave myself for a lot of things. I was able to identify a lot of feelings that were hindering my growth that I didn't realize that I had. But I left feeling so special. You guys, between you and Alicia, the little gifts on our bed every morning, it was like, it's kind of because that's what you do for your kids, like, maybe for the birthday or like you got them a new shirt, but nobody ever does that for you. And so, and then just like the beautiful breakfast buffets that Alicia would do. And then of course the Dream Life dinner, which makes you feel, well, okay, so what was it? Costa Rica, when they had caught the lobster that morning, and
we had a private chef, you guys.
Yep,
they like stinking caught us a lobster and brought it to us.
Yes. And just like, it was all of that gourmet cooking that I wouldn't pay that kind of money somewhere. I don't care, but I did. That was very nice touch, ladies, and then the balloons and the lights and all of the little dream. Oh, it was it was magical. It was amazing.
It is magical. Have you found that any of the things you did during your Dream Life dinner have come to fruition yet? In
Yeah.
Destin or in Costa Rica?
Yes. So in Destin, it was kind of a theme for my like brick and mortar store. I wanted to sell like a big fat diamond. It's just kind of a goal that every jeweler has. I have a jewelry store, in case you don't know, out there. Anyway, I make jewelry out of that stuff. And so a couple weeks ago, I messaged you and I was like, oh my word, I sold that diamond that I've been wanting to sell. And then lo and behold, I sold another one.
So yeah, these events work, you guys, because we
Yes.
put it on paper, we act as if it's happening. It gives you a chance to really feel it on a cellular level, which makes those shifts. And then our job isn't to know the how. Our job is to take steps and move forward and allow the how to show up. So, all right, well, I am going to get the tapping video started for us and also tell my children to be quiet and shut the door. Hold on. Okay. All right. So we are going to do a tapping exercise. And if you guys have not ever done tapping before, basically what happens, and I'm going to share the screen. I have done another live where I went through it myself. So this is something you can learn and do with clients, but it's also something you don't need to become an expert in, and you can share a resource and then your clients can use it at their leisure. But what we're going to do is we're not going to do the whole thing, but there is a simple way to process anxiety. Rebecca, what do you appreciate about this video? Like it makes you feel calm. It makes you, what does it do for you?
Yeah, it really helps when I get, when my anxiety kind of creeps up on me and it just like makes me paralyzed. It helps to calm my body. It helps calm my brain. It helps to kind of rechannel my focus into what's simple and what's important and what's doable.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It's
And
just
when you're
simple.
tapping these spots, you are, it's like the meridians, right? You're getting the flow of your meridians,
Right.
and you're speaking truth words. So I don't know all of the science behind it, but I know it has to do with your meridians and you're speaking words of life over yourself. And so it helps to calm down your nervous system and really get your mindset back on track.
Right.
All right. So what I'm going to do is share my screen and share my audio so you guys can hear it. And then we're not going to do the whole 10 minutes, but we'll do most of it. This is Brad Yates. He's got a ton on YouTube that you can utilize as well. So here we go. Let me know if there's any issue with the sound. Can't hear it.
Talk about it and we do some tapping, and if that helps, great. I hope it will. So taking full responsibility.
Oh, hold on.
Even though I feel anxious.
Can you hear it, Becca?
Yeah, just a little.
Okay.
I'm gonna accept myself. Even though I feel anxious, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I feel anxious around others. Sometimes I feel anxious all by myself. I'd really rather feel good. And even though I feel so anxious.
So the goal will be to repeat after him. So you can repeat it out loud or in your mind.
Love, honor, and accept myself.
Love, honor, and accept myself.
And anyone else.
And anyone else.
Who may contribute to my anxiety.
Who may contribute to my anxiety.
All this anxiety.
All this anxiety.
All this anxiety.
All this anxiety.
all these anxious feelings,
all these anxious feelings,
all this nervousness,
all this nervousness,
all these anxious behaviors,
all these anxious behaviors,
all this anxiousness.
all this anxiousness.
I choose to clear it
I choose to clear it
as much as I can.
as much as I can.
I choose to let go of this anxiety.
I choose to let go of this anxiety.
I choose to let go of this nervousness.
I choose to let go of this nervousness.
I choose to let go of all this discomfort.
I choose to let go of all this discomfort.
I feel so uncomfortable at times.
I feel so uncomfortable at times.
I feel so uncomfortable in different situations.
I feel so uncomfortable in different situations.
I just want to escape.
Just want to escape.
It feels like it's too much for me.
Feels like it's too much for me.
I can't stand being there.
I can't stand being there.
I am so anxious.
I'm so anxious.
I am so uncomfortable.
I am so uncomfortable.
And I choose to release this feeling.
And I choose to release this feeling.
I choose to release it at a cellular level.
I choose to release it at a cellular level.
I choose to release it all the way back through my past.
I choose to release it all the way back through my past.
Back through all the times that I've been anxious.
Back through all the times that I've been anxious.
All those times when I just didn't know what to do with myself.
All those times when I didn't know what to do with myself.
And I appreciate that part of me. It's trying to take care of me.
It's trying to take care of me.
By telling me to run away.
Telling me to run away.
That's just some part of me
It's just some part of me
that doesn't feel safe.
that doesn't feel safe.
That feels that I'm in a threatening situation.
That feels that I'm in a threatening situation.
And I need to escape.
I need to escape.
So what is it that I'm afraid of? What am I so afraid of?
What am I so afraid of? We'll do one more pass.
Am I afraid of other people?
Am I afraid of other people?
Am I afraid of what they think of me?
I'm afraid of what they think of me.
Am I afraid of what they'll say or do to me?
I'm afraid of what they'll say or do.
And what am I basing that fear on?
What am I basing that fear on?
And maybe part of me says,
Maybe part of me says,
oh, I've got some very legitimate stuff to base it on.
oh, I've got some very legitimate stuff to base it on.
I have some real evidence that I am not safe.
I have evidence that I am not safe.
And I'm choosing to go through that evidence
I'm choosing to go through that evidence
and clear whatever I can.
and clear whatever I can.
And that doesn't mean I'll become stupid.
All right, it's hard to find a place to stop because it's all so good. But we wanted to give you guys a taste of this experience. And once you know the meridian spots, you can really do this in your car. You can do it on your morning routine. You can do it. You don't need to use the video at all times, although there's a lot of different subjects that you could certainly search. How do you said that this helps you really feel more relaxed, get back out of monkey mind and focus on what's important.
Yeah, and I don't do the whole video. I just might need, a couple minutes of it. And sometimes there's multiple reasons why my anxiety might kind of shift into overdrive a little bit. I was doing it before our Zoom just because I kind of get nervous, so I'm like, okay, girl, you just relax, and you just, the more you do it, the more, the better you get at it, I guess is what I could say, but has a very high purpose for it. And it's amazing. I never thought that I'd be a tapping person, but you try it once and you're like, hey, that kind of works. And then it's kind of like, you just learn your tools and you recognize when you need to use those tools. And just because I own a business and I'm taking these coaching classes doesn't mean that I'm not immune to life, and so that's one of the neat things about having all these resources at my disposal. I can be selfish and use them for me.
Absolutely. Well, as a coach, we want to utilize the skills to be our best self, so then we can ripple effect and impact others around us. So what would you say to somebody, my last question, if somebody's here has been brewing on becoming a Dream Life coach, or at least testing it out with 90-day U-turn, or they're feeling stuck and need some clarity, what would you say to them?
Oh my goodness. I would just say, just do it. Just start off with a 90-day U-turn, especially if you haven't done it before. Your mind will be blown how beneficial it is for yourself, how healing yourself, helping yourself, all of the good things, how that will trickle onto everybody around you. That's one of the cool things, there's really a positive ripple effect on it. And you won't know what you don't know until you learn it. That's it's crazy, but and being in the 90-day U-turn group, you're with all these other people that I kind of thought, oh, okay, well, I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but it should be good, and it was so cool being with so many different people from different backgrounds, different states. We're all like in different parts of our lives, but like we were so connected. We're all so similar. And it was very comforting to know that I wasn't the only person ever having to deal with anything, You're
not alone. You're not alone on the struggle bus. You're not alone in the worries. You're not alone, and being able to voice it and then be like, all right, well, now what, right? What can I control? And we often say, these are not questions you like talk to people about in the grocery store. Like, we're asking powerful, important questions and getting a chance to actually discuss it. So that shifts you. And then because of that, you now have the tools to impact others as well.
Right. Being with like-minded people on the same path of discovery is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it totally is. Well, thank you for sharing and reminding us of your favorite, or one of your favorite techniques. You guys check out Brad Yates. This is called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, tapping. You can go down a rabbit hole and learn a ton about it, and then utilize it for yourself. And again, once you know these skills, it's not like in 90-day U-turn, it's 3 months and you're done. It's like, now you have skills that are going to impact you the rest of your life. And just a 5% change can take you in a completely different direction. So thank you so much, Becca, for being here. Thank you for saying yes years ago. I have loved getting to know you over these last few years, and congratulations on being a Dream Life coach. If you are interested in learning more about the program, put #coach in the comments below, and we'll have somebody from the team reach out to you and see if this is a good fit for you too. Have an awesome night, you guys. See you next week. Bye.